Hey guys, how's it going? So, we've got this Angel series here, and of course, I forgot to record the beginning of the game, so you don't see who's on the mound. But it's Eduardo Rodriguez, and he is kicking our butts. The Angels got 4 runs on a grand slam by Mike Trout, which in future videos, if that were to happen, I hope I'll actually get the footage instead of it just being simmed. So this one was a sim to the 6th inning and play on. And as you can see, I'm using zone hitting. I've got a couple new like broadcast things turned on that I really like. So we are just gonna knock out this whole Angel series in one video.
Count 1-0.
The Braves. Let me just. I think we've had like maybe a hit or two, but really Eduardo Rodriguez, can't say his name, has really had our number tonight, and I mean you'll just see he just continues to dominate. But also a lot of it will just be me figuring out, just getting used to zone hitting again. But this was a lot of fun actually, and the Angels are a really good team. They are 2nd in their division. I believe at the start of this series, they were a couple games behind Houston. But like the Angels have no right to be this good. They only have Trout and Rendon. Like they're overperforming in my opinion. But that's okay. I like it. I'm a fan. They played some really good baseball this series. So I'm not too upset about it, and it's definitely I think this and the AL Central are the tightest divisions. Everything else, everyone's just kind of running away with it. So yeah, it'll be good to just keep an eye out and like the monthly reviews and stuff when we go over standings. But Ian Anderson was on the mound for us. Of course, he had that really rough inning when he gave up the grand slam, but other than that, he's been decent enough at 78 pitches here in 6 innings. Nothing great. But, of course, he gives up a home run to Josh Bell right down the right field line off the foul pole. So that's the 2nd home run for the Angels. Josh Bell's 21st home run of the season, and it gives the Angels a 5-0 lead. So the Angels can hit the long ball. At least Trout and Josh Bell can. I really wish the Angels would kind of change their uniforms. Well, their alternates are really ugly and they need to be changed. The red on red is just atrocious. And he is down on strikes for Ian's 4th strikeout of the game. So not a bad start, but not a good start either. So there's Salvador Perez. He fouls off that fastball high in zone for a 3-2 count. I also had the strike zone turned on because I felt like it really helped me pitch. But he hits that high and deep to left field. Marcell Ozuna just watches it go, and that's a home run for Salvador Perez, his 14th of the year. That gives the Angels a 6-0 lead as that's the 3rd long ball surrendered by Ian Anderson tonight. So he's obviously not having it, or the ball's carrying out of Angel Stadium. But I'm gonna say it's a little bit of both. Telling you what though, guys, if we see the Angels in the postseason and the World Series, it's going to be a tough series. I mean, we're going to really be just clawing at those wins. That's a base hit. So Ian Anderson having a rough half of the 6th, and he'll move away to Josh Taylor to come in to try to get out of it. He does with a double play. So on to the 7th. Marcell Ozuna has a 3-2 count. He hits that fastball out of the zone, but right at Rendon. Unlucky break, 1 down. Here's JT Realmuto. He's 0-2 with a flyout. So nothing too spectacular, really, for any Braves offense. Any man in the lineup, but it happens. We all have these games. He takes that fastball the other way, down the right field line. Ben Gamel makes the running play into the foul territory, hitting the wall. Good play. Didn't think Ben Gamel had that kind of range. So there's Ozzy Albies. He's an 0-0 count. He'll take that curveball, hit it right to Rendon. Easy play. So the Braves are retired in the 7th. On to the 8th. Chris Martin's in. On the bottom half of the 7th. Chris Martin's in for David Fletcher. He gets him out of the fastball at the knees. Beautiful, beautiful place to pitch. Andrelton Simmons is up next as the lineup turns over. And that's on the ground to Dansby. So one shortstop grounds out to another. It's 2 quickouts here in the 8th. 3-2 count to Anthony Rendon, who is over 2. And Ozzy to his right. Makes the play. So that was some good defense here for the Braves middle infielders. Dansby takes that pitch to left center field. And neither Trout nor I guess Upton's the one out there. I'm not quite sure. But anyways, regardless, Dansby's got a nice double to lead off the inning. Prime time for the Braves to get some offense, but Nick Senzel will pop that up into foul territory. So Alex Smith is up. He swings and misses at a pitch in the dirt. Gets away from Perez. He makes the throw to first. So, haven't been able to move Dansby up. It's all on Acuna now. Acuna has an 0-2 count. He gets caught looking at a fastball at the knees, so the Braves can't capitalize on that leadoff double. So Touki Toussaint, he's had a rough go of it, but the Braves figured why not give him a shot. 3-2 count. And he walks him. So, more of the same from Touki, just not great. He's at a horrible 9 ERA. Senzel bobbles that ball. So that forces him, can't get the double play. He has to throw on first, 1 down, the runner at second. So here's Justin Upton. He's 0 for 3. 0 for 4. Good strikeout for Touki. He needs that. 2 men down for Salvador Perez. Salvador Perez, the man you don't think to beat you, but he's got 1 home run tonight. And that's high and deep to left field. Ozuna's on the run. He looks up, and that's gone. So Salvador Perez, the 2-run home run, his 17th of the year. And that gives the Angels an 8-0 lead. So Salvador Perez having himself a nice night. 2-homer night for the veteran catcher. You don't see that every day. But Touki, that ERA, continues to climb. So he's an 0-2 count now on Matt Thaiss. He gets in the swing and a pitch in the dirt. Realmuto makes the throw to Freddie to get him out of the 8th. So on to the 9th. Eduardo Rodriguez is still out there for 2, 3, and 4. Here's the Braves lineup. Drew Waters hits that on the ground to the second baseman. Easy, quick play, 1 down. Braves looking to avoid being shut out. Let's see what they can do here. So Eduardo Rodriguez is at 92 pitches for Freddie Freeman, who's got himself another full count. He rips that one into left field for a base hit. Chris Freeman coming off the heels of his 300th home run. And that'll do it, as Joe Maddon's going to take out Rodriguez, which makes 0 sense to me. Doesn't make sense to him either. Like, why? You have an 8-run lead. I don't think him giving a hit up to Freeman, if I was the manager, would be like a warning sign of him being tired. But whatever, Noe Ramirez comes on, and let me tell you guys, just a little foreshadowing. This guy, I am not patient. I can't read breaking pitches that well off him. I'm putty in this dude's hands. It is not good. As Ozuna strikes out there, 2 down. JT Realmuto is the last hope for Atlanta. And of course, if it's working, keep throwing it, as it's another strikeout in the dirt. Realmuto almost beats that one out, but he doesn't. And the Angels take game 1 on what should be an Eduardo Rodriguez shutout, but it is not. So Eduardo Rodriguez gets the win. Mike Trout himself had a nice grand slam. Salvador Perez, 2-home run game. Ian Anderson, of course, loss. Just, Touki. But it is what it is. The Braves can easily take games 2 and 3. And we'll see what happens. It's so, I just feel like this is where I should be getting my outro. But no. Because we've got more baseball to play. But before we do that, we've got a trade to make. We will be sending over Luke Jackson, Tukey Toussaint, and Grant Dayton to the Twins for Taylor Rogers, Tyler Duffy, and a B potential relief pitcher who, I was kind of like, I didn't really care for, but, he won't matter. This guy, Chris Valamont, he won't matter, but, like, if I was, carrying over this franchise or something, he'd be a decent future, like, long relief man or something. So as you see, I was, like, kind of, like, trying to figure out, trying to offload some salary, so I threw in Grant Dayton as well, because I just figured he's never going to play. So, of course, that meant we have to send someone down, and we decided to send down, I thought about Langoliers at first, but I was like, well, we need a catcher. And so I decided Arodys Vizcaino is going down to the minor leagues. So I really like our bullpen now. We did, done some nice upgrades. Taylor Rogers, he's just a pro tip if you play DD next year. He is a great lefty to start out with. I always have him in my bullpen until like May, when I can finally find someone to replace him. And I think in like 17 and 19, he stayed in my bullpen for pretty much the entire year. I love this guy. So hopefully my success with him in Diamond Dynasty will roll over into franchise. But on to game 2, we have a player locked pitching game. So no offense, you won't see any offense at all. But we're 54 and 31. The Angels are 52 and 33. Aaron Nola on the mound for the Braves. We'll see if he can bounce back from his rough start last time out. But first, the Braves have to deal with Griffin Canning. In 17 starts, he's 4.47 ERA. See, the Angels just don't really have pitching. There's a lot of 4s and 7s going on to go with his 47, but I don't get how they're doing so well. Their offense must be carrying them. So, Andrelton Simmons is the first man to face Nola. And that's an easy play back to the pitcher on Freddie Freeman for one quick out. The lineup tonight for Los Angeles: Andrelton Simmons, Anthony Rendon, Mike Trout 1, 2, and 3, Josh Bell, Justin Upton, and Matt Thaiss for 5 and 6, Ben Gamel in right, David Fletcher at second, and Max Stassi 7, 8, 9, and calling things behind the plate for the Angels. So the next pitch, Rendon hits that into left field. Ozuna dives for it, cannot make the play. Rendon's on his horse running into third, and he'll get there with a 1-out triple. So some nice hustle from Anthony Rendon to get his second triple of the year. This is just, I guess this is what happens when you have Ozuna in left field, because, that should have been nothing more than a bloop single, really. But Rendon running it out, getting in there with a triple. You gotta respect it. So here's Mike Trout. He's hitting .348 with 29 home runs and 78 RBIs and a 441 OBP. Mike Trout, presuming Mike Trout thinks, look at this horrible pre-pitch camera thing. Who gets to look at the umpire? How great.
Nope.
So he'll take that first pitch outside for a ball. One thing I've noticed, that you'll see really, especially this game, is that figuring out what works against different batters, just having to think about what pitches you want to throw instead of having to catch AI tell you, I want a fastball right here, as the Angels get the first run off the Mike Trout ground ball. And Josh Bell, second on the Angels, 21 home runs. But anyway, it's just it was really rewarding having to figure out what I wanted to throw and where I wanted to throw. There's one particular at bat later on. I believe, I don't know who it was against. I'm not even going to try to remember. But I got him out on 3 pitches. And I threw 2 fastballs high, in the zone. And he just couldn't hit him as Upton hits that one hard up the middle for a 2-out base hit. And so I thought I could go curveball low and change his, eye level. but I could try to, throw it by him with the fastball. And so I went with the fastball, and he was late, very late, and it was just so rewarding. And I was very proud of myself. So, on to the second. Nola gives up his first walk to Matt Dice. Something else I love about calling my own game, basically, is I give up a lot more walks, as that walk is erased by the double play. So I can really appreciate that it'll up my walk totals a little bit. So here's David Fletcher. He's got a 3-1 count. And that's the second walk of the inning and the second walk of the ball game for Nola. Can't even be mad. We have a 1-2 count to Matt Stassi. And he swings and misses. So Nola getting out of not even really damage, but just that, one walk. But the greatest thing to get something going here is on the third. We're still scoreless. Andrew Simmons back up. He grounded out his first. Actually, oh God, see, I don't even remember what he did his first at bat. But regardless, he flies out to Marcell Ozuna into left field. I remember what Rendon did with his triple. He's a 2-2 count, and he gets him with the curveball. Good pitch. So here's Mike Trout. He grounded out, but Rendon scored on the play, and Mike Trout strikes out. So that's always a good inning when you can get Trout to strike out. On to the fourth we go. 4, 5, and 6 for the Angels. Josh Bell's up first. He'll pop that one up behind home plate. Realmuto barely has to get out of his crouch to make the catch. 1 down. So Nola pretty much settling in, it seems. Justin Upton here is up next. And he'll walk on a borderline fastball that could have gone either way. Yeah, a little salty, but Nola's third walk of the ball game. It's not great. But he gets Matt Thies to look at that fastball on the inside corner to fill the count at 3-2. And as you can see, I'm basically going there again. And Thies hits that one hard to center field, but Drew Waters is able to make the play. That would have made me a little bit nervous because he didn't look like he was going to get there. It looked like one of those plays where, like, he would jump last minute or something, and it would just miss his ball. So here's Ben Gamble. He's having himself a nice little season. Look at that 303 average. But he's 0 for 1 tonight. He'll take that and pop it up behind, or in just shallow right field. Acuña's coming on. He'll make the play. So on to the fifth. 8-9-1 for the Angels. Here's David Fletcher. He walked his first time up. This time, he'll just pop that up into shallow left field. Dansby backpedaling a few steps. Settles under it to make the two-handed catch. So here's Max Stassi. He gets caught out looking at a fastball high and in. Good pitch by Nola. His fourth strikeout of the night.
The batter, number 2.
Andrew Simmons is up next. He hits that one into center field. Waters coming on. Waters makes the running play to end the Angels half of the fifth. So on to the sixth. A great game. Really close one. Braves still yet to score. Anthony Rendon down on strikes. Nola's 5th K of the night. Mike Trout is up next. He's 0 for 2. It's always a good night when you keep Trout quiet. He strikes out with the curve. So, back-to-back strikeouts for Nola. Josh Bell is the next man to face him. And he'll hit that one hard to left field, but right at Ozuna. So an easy 6th inning for the Braves. But they have to score some runs. They've out-hit the Angels 6-2, but can't make anything of it. So this time I did save the quick manage footage. And yeah. So far, nothing great. So Nola will get through 6 innings. AJ Minter will come in next. He gets through the 5, 6, 7 men in the Angels lineup. So Drew Waters walks, and Lyons will come in to pitch for the Angels, and runners at first and second. And Beardson walks somebody, and Nick Senzel clears the bases with a double. So now we have runners at first and third for Alex Smith. but he grounds out. So the Braves do get a couple runs. It's 3-1 now. So we'll bring in Eddie Ray. Nope, we'll bring in. Yeah, okay, we'll bring in Tyler Duffy. And he basically gets through the inning with a little bit of, laboring a little bit, but nothing terrible. So Ronald Acuna gets on with an error, still second. Moves over to third as Freeman drives him home with a sac fly. So runner at first now here with 1 out and 2 strikeouts to end the Braves half of the 8th. But they have a 4-run lead going into the 9th, and here's Taylor Rogers making his Braves debut. And he gets 2 lineouts and a strikeout to end things here. The Braves take game 2 of the series, and let's all look at A.J. Minter's ugly face and his ugly-ass beard. But the Braves do take game 2, 4-1, taking advantage of some walks and some errors. You'll take that all day. So the Braves are looking to come back and take game 3. A.J. Minter gets, I believe, this is his 5th win. It may show it. It looks... Sometimes, I don't know if you guys noticed this, but the MLB ticker thing at the bottom that's like visit theshow.com or whatever always blocks out sometimes the pitcher wins and who the wins and losses say. But regardless, Taylor Rogers does get the save. Minter gets his 4th win. Oh no, yeah, his 4th win of the season. Lions moves to 4-3, and Taylor Rogers gets his 14th save. So on to game 3. This one we had to play the first and then sim to the 8th and play the rest of the game. And let me tell you guys, this game would be a lot more boring if we didn't have a good finish. So Mike Soroka on the mound, and Mike Soroka just not really performing well. But the Braves are tasked getting some runs against Jaime Barria, I'm not sure, but he's 9-3. He's had himself a nice little breakout year with a 3.77 ERA, 86 innings to go with 84 hits, 71 strikeouts, and 34 walks. So tough task for the Braves. So here's Ronald Acuna. He's at first. He's a 2-2 count, and he will strike out as he's waylaid on that fastball out of the zone. I feel like it's tradition for Acuna to strike out leading off the game. Alex Smith takes that fastball, pops it up into shallow center field. Simmons is there. He makes the play. The lineup for the Braves today: Ronald Acuna, Alex Smith, Freddie Freeman, Dansby Swanson, Drew Waters, Ozzie Albies, David Bodie, Luis Rengifo, and Shea Langeliers. This is another instance of where I forgot to switch Smith and Acuna's spot in the lineup. So, whoops, I don't think I ever will get used to doing that. Freddie Freeman has himself an 0-2 count.
Outside, that's the ball.
And that's a 1-2 as that fastball misses outside. And that slider gets him swinging and missing as that was a well-placed slider. So nothing doing for the Braves in the first. Let's see how Mike Soroka fares. As you can see, he's 8-5 with a 4.24 ERA. He hit the 100 inning mark. And in the process, he's given up 127 hits to go with 11 walks and only 72 strikeouts. So they make contact. And he's given up the most walks so far this season. It's a sad day. So here's Andrelton Simmons. Good old Simba. I don't know if you guys read the article that came out over the weekend, I think, maybe late last week, about Simba's mental health issues and why he opted out at the last minute, near the end of the 2020 season. It's a good article. I recommend it. So lineup for the Angels is Simmons, Rendon, Trout, Bell, Upton, Perez. It's the start tonight. Matt Weiss, Ben Gamel, and David Fletcher. Ooh. Video game David Fletcher is not doing what real life David Fletcher is doing. So here's Anthony Rendon. He has a 1-0 count. And he hits that to right field. Acuna moves over a couple of steps, makes the play. Mike Trout is up 1-2 count. Will Soroka get a clean first inning? The pitch. Swung on and missed. Good fastball. Had Mike Trout guessing. So, great way to start the game. So, on to the 8th. Ty Buttery. It looks like my mind wants to say buttery. But regardless, he's in the game. It's a close game, 6-3.
Leading off for Atlanta,
If I remember
the
correctly, I
catcher,
should have written this down.
Jay.
Soroka had like a really rough 4th inning, I believe, and just imploded. But this game has an exciting finish, so
The right fielder, number 13.
it'll be alright as Langoliers goes down swinging. So here's Ronald Acuna. He's 0-2. He had a walk in the 4th inning. So he's had a miserable series, but he'll get that one through the hole to get on base. Langoliers, I think, is like 0-10 this series, or something like that. He's, poor guy, poor kid.
Now that the center fielder.
Here's Malik Smith. He's 0-3 with that average still hovering around 310. So he's still finding ways to get on base. And he'll do just that as he hits that back up where it came from. So, runners at first and second here with one man down for Freddie Freeman.
The first baseman, number 5, Freddie Freeman.
Freddie Freeman, also 0-3, so his top half of the lineup really struggling today. He'll hit that one through the hole as Bell had to hold Smith, and Acuna will come all the way around to score. It's 6-4, so the Braves clawing their way back, chipping away. Dansby Swanson. He hits that one under Bell, on a single, back to Bell for a double play, inning-ending double play. That was a fastball out of the zone. I don't know why I was swinging at that, but that's what happens when I use zone hitting. So,
your attention, please.
On the bottom half of the field, Bill Smith coming in.
Number 51, Will.
He's had himself an okay year, but not great. Not by my standards of great. Like, he's not a closer. But he'll get him... Oh, wait, never mind, that's not strike 3. But it's an 0-2 count for Gamble. Sometimes I wonder why my cutting skills are the way they are. But Gamble hits that one back up the middle. Will Smith catches it. Throws on first for one man down. David Fletcher, the next man to greet him. Good stop by Bodie. He's able to easily get Fletcher, so good play. Good D. Here's Simba. He puts that to shallow right field. Acuna comes in a couple of steps. And a harmless inning for Smith, so the Braves have some catching up to do. And I decided, let's make this a little more fun. We'll play out the whole inning in full, so it's not, no cuts anywhere. Because I just thought this was a really intense and fun inning. So here's Justin Anderson. Look at this kid. 1.13 ERA, 18 of 19 save opportunities, and 27 appearances, 24 innings pitched, 43 strikeouts to get 16 walks. The Angels have found themselves a decent guy to close out some games. So Drew Waters will be the first man to greet him. So we'll see what he can do. First pitch is a fastball swung on and missed up top in the zone. Way late was Waters. Fouls off the slider, right on it, but just a little bit early.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Can't get him with the 2-seam. 1-2. That fastball misses inside, so he works the count back even. And y'all, this is where I got close into my screen, and I was trying to because I had a Road to the Show character last year, played for the Angels. And so I know my spots where to look to track the ball. And so I was just using that, and man, one, it just, it brought back memories, but also it really helped me, kind of get to this guy. As Drew Waters comes down from 0-2 to get the walk. Excuse me, I have like a hair in my throat or something. Here's Ozzie. He's 1 for 3. He had a 3-run shot, which is the only Braves offense of the ball game, really, as he fouls off that fastball. 0-1. That pitch is in the dirt and gets away from Perez. Waters can move up to second easily. So the Braves have something going here. Runner at second. Nobody out. Ozzie Albies is a 1-1 count. The pitch from Anderson. Fastball misses high. He's missing with that fastball. 2-1. Ozzy gets that one through the hole. As Waters going to test Upton's arm. He is. We have a play at the plate, and he is safe. So it's 6-5 now. I mean, Los Angeles.
Now batter, third baseman.
So the Braves going to tie this one up. David Bowie climbs in. He's 0 for 3. So you're kind of in the part of the lineup where you're, I mean, you don't want to doubt these guys and not have faith in them, but it is Bodie, Langoliers. Rengifo I kind of like, but Bodie takes that the other way to right field. Ben Gamble, easy play for him as he's just a few steps over to his left. One down. So here's Rengifo. He's 0 for 2 with a walk though, so he's gotten on base. As you can see, I was like, no, we gotta give ourselves the best chance of winning here. So we pulled in Marcell Ozuna.
Number 20, Marcell Ozuna.
Ooh, this average is all the way down to 287.
0-1.
He swings very late on that fastball. I didn't even notice that. I took time because I wanted to just regroup and not swing at that pitch again. Here's the 0-1. Fastball on the black, but called a ball. The 1-1. That's hit the other way. Bell slides and can't make the play. So while it's not, a home run, Marcell does his part and moves the runner over while getting on base. It's a good effort by Josh Bell, though, as he tries to make a sliding stop. But it gets through him. And good thing Waters, or wait, who's on second? Oh, okay. Ozzy isn't slow by any means. So JT Realmuto will come in to pinch hit. Again, I'm just like, please, I need anybody. And I put Nick Senzel on the base paths for that extra speed in case it was a ball. Because a ball in the gap, because Trout has a good arm. And I want to be able to just, if I can get the tying run across, I can at least try it with Senzel. Try to score from first. I couldn't afford to do that with Ozuna. JT Realmuto gets a hold of that slider, but is way late. That's also fouled off into the seats. 1-2. The 1-2. Fastball taken inside 2-2. Here's that first and second. 1 down. 6-5 Angels lead here in the 9th. Realmuto's way late on the fastball. Good pitch for Anderson. That's the second out, so it's all in Ronald Acuna's hands there.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention,
and Joe Madden will go to Noe Ramirez, my kryptonite.
Number 24.
I can't hit him, so I remember being very upset, and I think I audibly went, no. So this, you guys can probably guess that by now I was like, my eye was basically on the screen, just trying to read the pitch. As Acuna takes that ball low and in. I just did not want to strike out against him. It just looked ugly on the swing. As that ball gets away, runners are able to move up. So my thought here was that they'd walk Acuna because, I feel like anybody would rather face Mount Smith than on Acuna. So I was like, okay, I need to be a little extra patient, but also, I want to, get something up the middle and bring them both home. So I tried to be patient. I feel like that could have gone either way. Borderline pitch. Regardless, it's 2-1. I've got to adjust. And I swung at that crap, and it's 2-2 now. So game on the line. Can Acuna come through? 2-2 the count. Steady dose of changeups from Ramirez. And he gets me with the changeup again. Pitch I can't hit. And good call by Madden as the Angels take this game and this series 2-1. So the Angels are now one of the Astros, and yeah, this was honestly a really good series. I hate losing series, but man, it was a well fought game, and I enjoyed it. I like a challenge. I like a team that needs a bit of a fight. Kind of reminds me of like my games against the Nationals back in MLB 11 or MLB 12 the show. But anyways, that will do it for this, guys. Let me know what you guys think. If you'd like what you see, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. The month in review and the Colorado series will be up next, and I will see you guys next time.